So next thing I want to talk about, which I was kind of happy that Mike was going to be a guest on here because I thought he might like to talk about this too, was that Mel Brooks is back with the History of the World Part 2. Yeah, everybody, that's coming out. History of the World Part 2 on Hulu. And it's going to be airing as a 4-part or a 4-night event that begins streaming on Hulu on March 6th. And this is pretty much star-studded. If you watch the trailer that's out right now, I think everybody in the kitchen sink is pretty much in this. And it was a lot of fun to see. It's great that Mel Brooks is able to come back and do this after all these years. I mean, the man has gotten, like he's pretty old, and he's still like trying to entertain because that's what he does. And hopefully it's really funny. The trailer looks great. Let's start with Jake this time. Jake, did you watch the trailer? Have you seen it? And what do you think about Mel Brooks? Are you a fan?
The name is... I know the name, and that's about the depth of my
like Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs.
Oh, Spaceballs, sure, yeah, I know that, but...
Robin Hood Men in Tights, another classic.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks is in that too, huh?
Well, yeah, he created it, directed it, wrote all of it. Yeah, he's also acting it too. So you've seen him acting in a lot of things too, because he's in his own stuff too. Like he's in Spaceball. I mean, he's everywhere. He's Spaceballs. He's what the Chancellor or something like that, right, Mike?
The Chancellor?
He's like a chancellor.
Well, he's the Grogu counterpart, right? Too. He plays the old ass Green Muppet character.
Oh,
it does. He does. He plays like, yeah, you're right. That is him. Mm-hmm. But he also play another part? I think he plays multiple parts in that. He's all over the place. But this is happening. So Mike, what do you think about this co-host? Are you excited about the History of the World Part 2?
Well, I'm curious why you thought that this would be up my alley. You're 100% right. I can't tell you how many times on Comedy Central back in the late '90s I watched History of the World Part 1. It's funny as hell. The original the original movie. I was curious when I was watching the trailer that you sent along. I was like, is this a movie? Is this a series? So a four-part series
event
kind of makes sense. I'm trying to think. It's Good to Be the King. That's a classic Mel Brooks line from the original. Also one of my favorites. Don't get saucy with me, Bernays. You've had your raisins. These are mine. Anytime there's a raisin joke, I'm there for it. Star-studded is right, man. It's funny because I don't know if you remember the original movie ended with a teaser for History of the World Part 2. It was called History of the World Part 1. That was the name of the
it was Part
series. 1. So yeah, star-studded. It's going to be crazy. I'm looking at just the still of the trailer right here. That's Taika Waititi as Sigmund Freud right up front. It seems it seems like maybe they're taking a page out of the Drunk History playbook. I don't know that the production values are necessarily through the roof. Who needs it? Like I don't have a cast list pulled up, but the faces I recognize. There's all kinds of crazy talent, and you don't need massive CG budgets for comedy like that. So I think it's going to be great. And beyond that, Mel Brooks is still alive and still doing comedy. Like he had a great he had a great Conan interview not too far back, and he's still cracking dirty jokes that are actually funny. So props to him. And I mean, I'll check this out for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited about there's a bunch of people. Johnny Knoxville's in here. Zazie Beetz is in here. Taika Waititi, Seth Rogen. I mean, Danny DeVito. I mean, you keep going through here. There's just so many people. Jake Johnson from New Girl. There's just so many people that are actually in this that it's gonna be. I mean, it's just gonna be fun. I think overall. And the thing is, Mel Brooks does always have great talent in his stuff, so it makes sense. I'm surprised it took this long to actually make it, but you're right, Mike. It's kind of like the Drunk History thing. It seems like a little bit, but all those actors come out and they have a good time. They're just having fun and playing around. They're not trying to be serious about the parts they're playing, which is the tone of Mel Brooks as it is. It's like, let's have fun.
It has to be easy to get people to come in and do a cameo when you're like, oh, it's a day shoot. Like,
yeah.
come in and screw around, and
Yeah.
I'm sure they're letting them improvise however as much they want. Like, so I'm sure I really, if there was a show I could be on the set of, recently, that would definitely be it.
Voidcraft TCG, welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us on Cruise Control. I just want to say hi back at you. What's good? They're asking what's good. What's good, Jake? What's good?
Everything.
Everything is good, guys.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's deep, man.
But yeah, Mel Brooks is back. Hopefully this is great. Hopefully it's as fun as the original stuff. Hopefully it shows a lot of his, his same comedy, his same timing, everything. Hopefully it's still the same Mel Brooks we love and we're dreaming to have another movie from.
Josh Gad, J.B. Smoove, Ken Marino, Joe Latrulio, like this is all the members of the state. Like the alt comedy scene has really showed up for this. Jack McBrayer, Rob Corddry, Tim Baltz, like these are all, I'm familiar with these guys mostly from their appearances on Comedy Bang Bang, the podcast, but these are all alt comedy guys working in, the improv scene over the past like 20 years now. So I'm sure it can't not be funny, even if it's stupid.
Yeah.
And it may well be incredibly stupid.
It might be very stupid.
It's
it might
be
be super stupid.